hello. Can you hear me out there anywhere? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. This is a mic check. Although we're probably not going to check any mics here. We're going to see how it goes, man. We're going to do a test for real, you know. This is where you at. This is where you be. This is where you're always going to remain. Because this is being recorded. Right here and now. Right here and now. Alright. Here and now. Good. This is clear water. Water. Cool, clear water. Water. Cool, clear. Ooh, hello. I'm so sorry. I tend to be a little bit, out there sometimes. I can't really help it. It's just the British in me. I don't tend to be a little bit weird, but, whenever you're American by heart, you say that British have a little bit of, to accommodate might be a little bit different. We don't mean to offend you. Not at all. But most of the time, I'm not going to be British. Most of the time, I'm going to be Antonio Andropov. Let me say it correctly. Most of the time, my name is Antonio Andropov. And I come from Ukraine. Came to America because everybody was dropping the bombs on top of my house in Ukraine. And this is fucked up. You cannot live peaceful life where everybody's happy. You cannot be happy when the bombs fly your house. Russian bombs fly your house. You cannot be happy. That can. It made me want to go get somebody in the head. Like you imagine somebody come down to your house with a gun and they shoot your grandma's house where you live. So I live with my grandma, but times are kind of hard in Ukraine. We got to play. I don't know what we got to do. All I want to do is just talk about, today is my birthday. Yeah, it's your birthday. And we don't give a fuck, it's not your birthday. Find me in a club, bottle full of bub. Sex, I ain't into having. I am something. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me some. Home. That's those young people songs. Today's my birthday. Yeah, it's my birthday. 5'2". 5 decades. Plus 2 years. It's 2023. That means that I turned 50 years old in 2021. The worst fucking year ever to turn 50. Although I lived just great, Thanks to mowers, Spartan mowers and bad boy mowers. You should go buy you one of those today. I would encourage you to get a bad boy, just my opinion. .com. But we were talking about the other day is like one of the things that I do, where I spend most of my time. If I were to really be honest with you, how I spend most of my time, marketing. That's actually where I spend most of my time. .com. I go to .com and I make the radio, and I get the picture and I put the radio together to make a TV, but not a TV on the .com. And that's where I go. Because everybody wants to be happy. We know this because everybody wants to be a .com. Yeah, well, that's how that goes. But it's so weird to find myself where I'm at now. Because I wasn't always where I'm at now. You think about how much time that is. That's a lot of hours and shit. You figure it up. How many fucking seconds is in a year? You may have to go, how many days and how many hours and how many seconds and shit. You start figuring that shit up and you look at how long I've been alive. Now I'm barely halfway to the centenarian. It's a long fucking time though. It is for me. You're talking to a guy who didn't have a plan past 18 until he got to be about 44. Think about that. It's kind of like that AC/DC song, man. Rock and roll ain't noise pollution. Rock and roll ain't gonna die. Get around. I took a look inside your bedroom. Oh, you look so good lying on your bed. Well, I ask you if you want it. If you want it, make love. You said you'd rather rock and roll instead. All right. I'll be like, no. I'll tell you right now. We're going to rock and roll today. But, anyway. So, I guess in my mind, has been around, working with these ATVs lately. And I'm working with, I've got a 2022, a 2002, and a 2002. So the 2002s are a TRX 250 and a TRX 350. In the 2022, which is actually a brand new machine, we just purchased it. It had 0 hours. New on the showroom floor. .com. Actually, at a physical location in El Dorado, Arkansas, called Carl Malone Power Sports. Check them out. If you want to buy a 4-wheeler, I don't care what kind you want. You want a Can-Am, you want a Honda, you want a CF Moto. They got about everything over there. I'm talking about 4-wheelers, motorcycles, all kinds of machines. There's one thing, it looked kind of like one of those Ford Broncos, man. Yeah, but it was like I don't know, it was like, it's about the same price as one. But I guarantee you right now, you can carry this thing anywhere you want to go. Everything's breathing above a certain level, so, where you can go with these things. Anyway, so we have that, the 2022, and, again, it's brand new, and it's, trying to blend it in. I'm trying to, become relevant again for my children, and, I have a son that's really into it, and he's really good. I mean, he's so good at driving this thing, he's just, I've got to be a winner, so I've got to put these things, tear them apart, make them look beautiful, I have a few excuses here and there, and of course I'm going to use the whole thing as a way to help me parent the child. He's not sitting in front of a television. He's not sitting, there watching video games or whatever. He is with me outside, driving 120 miles per hour. Joking, he's not drive that fast. The thing we have now is a TRX. That's a Honda TRX 9. It goes about 30 wide open. I'm talking about like on a downhill type slope. It's not going to be that fast. Specifically, it has a little bit of a, any kind of the restriction from the box, quote unquote, the restrictor plate was taken out of it. There were some other throttle inhibitions that was mostly removed off this bike. So it's pretty much wide open. 90 cc. How many horsepower is that? 5, 6 horsepower, 8 horsepower maybe. I don't know what that thing does. 30 miles per hour going downhill. Of course, I made him. Well, I didn't make him. He made me follow him to my father's house one day and his grandpa's house, and we drove over there, and he drove about, anywhere from 23 to 30 miles per hour contingent upon the terrain. Really great gas mileage, That's me wasting time on it, but a long time ago, today we illegally did that shit. He was on the highway, probably no helmet, way below 16 years old. Of course, the bike says, 10 and above. We're driving down the road, in a four-wheel drive behind him, and his mother's there with me, and, I'm like going to jump myself. And I'm like, this ain't on this. I'm like, she said she's the boss lady. She got all the money. You go look at her account. Go look at her wallet. She has all the cards. I got no money. She's the boss lady. She said they drive the way. Women really do, in my kind of culture, Because I like a good matriarch, I love a good matriarch. A good matriarch keeping the women in line. Keeping in line down there. Patriarch, John Wayne, they'll tell those women the same thing they tell those boys. Let's get them in headlock. So this is what it's like to be turning 52, Brad. Get them somebody inside the headlock. John Wayne, four-wheelers. I mean, what else you got for us, Brad? You got anything more important than what you've been telling to us right now? Well, you want to wait around for me to get to it. Because I've been around for a while. You're not going to get me in 12 fucking seconds, bro. I'm not that fucking easy. And even if you're looking for a quick shot, it ain't going to happen with me. You're going to work for it. I'm gonna need a little bit of a show, personally. Of course, I'm 52 years old today. If I was, if I was 42, they'd be like, I stand on top of the ground and my penis, and I spin round, all around. As you get older, though, it's like, you better have more than that for me. You better come up there, Mary. You better come to me with more than that. You better come to me with some intelligence down there. .com. And maybe a little bit of money, too. I've been around a while, though. And, it would probably be easier for me to talk about things if I had all my teeth in my head right now. I got some missing. I got one. Fuck. I got one missing up front. Not the very front, but the side. Let's see what it sounds like.